Hi, greetings, beloved. Well, I am having a little difficulty with the internet, so I decided to do my video on my phone and then transfer it to Facebook. Today, I'm going to be talking about the inner child. And what is the inner child? Our inner child is our deep between, okay? It's actually our memory of how we grow up as a child. So we continue to live and interact with our inner child throughout our entire lives. Developing a relationship with your inner child is a plus. Also, if you want to heal emotional problems that result from not honoring your inner child, that's part of your self development. And in some are due to dramatic and traumatic childhood. Trying to put the cell so you guys can see me well. So how can we start by healing our inner child? Well, take the time to travel back in time, okay, beloved, and see. Trying to put the video so it will be fine. There you go. By traveling in time, I am talking about not just getting into a tablet and travel in time. I am talking about traveling in time mentally, okay, beloved? And how you can travel in time, you can make a list of things that you enjoy doing when you were a child and things that bring joy into your life. That's the first one of the first steps on you healing your inner child. And the what I'm going to be discussing next is going to be the inner child, the cases of the inner child experiences that I have seen throughout the years, okay, with myself and with clients. So there is one, two, three, four, I believe 4 or 5 types of inner childs that are things that we experience, okay? At first I'm going to talk about the one that I experienced, which is the abandoned child. My parents were not divorced and they did not abandon me, but growing up I was very sheltered and at the point of suffocation, and there was a lot of abuse between the couple, my parents. So I grew up in a dysfunctional family. So I grew up with abandonment issues. There also another kind of abandonment, which is the child that parents are divorced, or child that parents are way too much into their own life and they actually abandon their child, or the physical abandonment as well. So what did I do to help me with this situation? What I went to nature and I asked Mother Nature for her help. By me going into nature, I actually what I did a circle of Himalayan salt on the ground, and in the circle I stand in the middle of the circle and I call upon my inner child and I did a spell. I always have done spells to myself, and when I do have clients, I teach you how to do spells and work with yourself, okay? I do not put spells on nobody but myself. And then I did the spell to help me with my inner child, because it was the abandonment part and I needed to take care of that before I can move on into the other issues that I was having with my inner child. I pretty much have them all. the playful child is the one that is always playing games. These are the adults that live their life like they're children or teenagers and having all kinds of experiences as well. These ones, I will tell you, just to grow the hell up, right? The other child, because like I said, I experienced all of them. I experienced all of them. I might have to move a little bit.
Oh, well, you're in the right place at the right time. You're like that. So you're good. Go down. Perfect.
Okay, so the playful child is the one that's always playing around. And I said, like I said, that one you can only deal with it by growing up. And the afraid child, this is the child that grow up probably receiving a lot of criticism and a lot of you're experiencing as a grow up. As a grown up, you experience a lot of anxiety, which means that is they most of the time. All right, beloveds, I'm here again. Okay, perfect. So the afraid child, this one is the one that receive a lot of criticism, and most of the time they grow up in being anxious and they have anxiety, and most of the time these kind of persons grow up to be a victim of abuse. So for this one, and they also involved with toxic relationships. So with this one, I would recommend that you do the Hawaiian boko. I am going to put it on my website, on my video, the how it's called, the Hawaiian prayer. It has a very complicated name, but it goes like this: I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Okay? That's the one that you're going to do for those that are doing healing with the inner child that is being abused or let down. Okay? So, these are the spells that I have done for neglected child. Okay? So, write down a letter to your little girl. Well, I have done it. I write a letter to my little girl, which is my inner child, and I did an apology letter first, and then the second letter I did was the first one was an apology, the second one was for healing. Yes, for healing. And after the healing process, then I did the third list of the things that you would like me to do for you. And in my case was a lot of freedom. My inner child needed a lot of freedom. She just wanted to be free. So what I did, I gave her freedom. Moved to California and living like this, and this is freedom, beloveds. You see it behind me? This is freedom. So first you have to let me tell you, you have to build a relationship with your inner child, because the inner child, our child is vulnerable, and most children are fearful, right? So you have to approach it with humor and being happy and being careful with your inner child. Okay, pay attention to your feelings. Be very, very careful with your inner critic. Your child is trying to communicate with you. Listen to that child. Don't criticize it. Don't put it down, whatever you're told, because this is you. This is your inner child. You're doing inner work. It's like shadow work, okay, beloveds? So respect their feelings. And you will see that you will grow a relationship with your inner child. Okay, and you will notice that a lot of things are going to change. Your finances, your relationship, everything is going to change if you have an inner child, a relationship with your inner child. Excuse me. I had to stay out of toxic situations. Okay, when I said toxic situations, situations that trigger that fear that I grow up, which was toxic relationship, romantic relationships. Okay, so I stay away from them. And once and believe me, I start manifesting those kind of relationship over and over, and I was like, what the hell is going on? Why am I experiencing this kind of relationship with these people? Well, it was because I did not haven't done deal with that part of my childhood, that it was the painful part of all the fighting and the arguing that I experienced growing up with my parents. Okay, so because of those childhood situations, they were actually limiting myself with anxiety and feeling of not worthy. Okay, beloved. So right now, I don't have no issues leaving anybody that doesn't deserve me. And I advised anybody that is in that situation, it's not worth it. Not worth it, because God would not put, God, spirit, whatever you want to call it, it will not help us feel those kind of experiences if they're coming from nowhere. Okay, beloved? So it's very important that you take care of this. And I do also take clients and help them with their inner child. This is shadow work. Okay, you do need a professional to do this kind of work. Okay, because if you know what you're doing, everything's gonna instead of helping, it's just not going to go well. Okay, beloved. Send me a message if you would like me to give you a private consultation, and we can go take it from there. Okay, beloved. Share this video, like, comment. Let's have some energy exchanges, so I can help you build and grow all these magnificent blessings that we have in this universe, but they're kind of stuck in a bubble, in a bubble right now, until we can move on. So thank you, beloveds. Have a great day, and tomorrow hopefully the internet will be better so I can go live. Have a blessed day. Take care. Ciao.